Welcome back to Majora's Mask. Hope you're doing very well this evening. Welcome to Ikana. Well, okay, we've been to Ikana already, but we're going back to actually do the proper next step of Ikana. Now that we got the hook shot and the ice arrows. Alright, so of course to get back to Ikana, we have to use Epona as we did before, so in order to do any of this, you'll have to have done everything else you've done up to this point. I don't know, I think that goes without saying, right? But I'm excited to do this portion. I hope you guys are excited to see more in depth of exactly what we're dealing with here in Ikana. Starting off, we've got a ride like the wind, to be free again. This guy's back up on our path. What are you doing in a place like this? Ikana Hill, blah blah blah. He doesn't want us to go by. We've already seen what happens if we trigger his bit, where we need to put on the Garo mask. Check it out. That's a nice mask you're wearing. That is the mask of the leader of the ninjas who once spied on Hilltop Castle with the bloodstained history. Yeah, that is important to take note of. This mask actually plays more of a role than just unlocking this one gateway. So I'm going to keep it equipped in my C buttons, even though we're obviously going to want to equip the hook shot here to progress on. And unfortunately that means, Epona, you're not coming this way. Sorry, old girl. Let's head up here. And I do like the bunny hood for speed. Oh god! I forgot about these guys, these weird rock dudes. Are they Gorons? They look vaguely Goron-like? I don't know. Either way, this entire mountain pass is lined with them. Having that double defense from the Great Fairy of Power is so nice. That was the Great Fairy of Power, right? Not Wisdom or... Anyway, check out Ikana. This place is miserable. Just the music alone really sells its atmosphere. And what the hell? It's the thief. What's he doing out here? Hey, that's a nice sword you have. You know, lately, frightening ghosts have been appearing in the swarms of Ikana village across the river. It seems they're the ghosts of Ikana's royal family or something. There's no one living there anymore, so I moved nearby. Now there's only a curious parrot and child living there while they research the ghosts. Did I mention that is a nice sword? Can I see it for a second? No, you cannot. Oh, fine. That's the thief who robbed the old lady for her bomb bag. So I always talk about Majora's Mask having continuity and interconnectivity, which I really like and appreciate. And I mean, yeah, you could see it here with the fact that this guy has basically been hiding up here in Ikana. This is his base of operations. What's some red thing? What is it? Seems hostile. Yeah, the parrot and child in Ikana village succeeded in driving off the spirits of some giant music box. But I can't afford something that ridiculously huge. But that's just me. Of course, they need the river's current to power the music box. The river's all dried up, so there's no value in stealing the music box or ransacking the place. Just rambling. Alright, I guess, was that Tattle interrogating him? I don't remember that cutscene. I need some arrows before I can progress. I forgot to get any while I was out in Hyrule Field. This, by the way, out here, this is near Sakan's hideout. Sakan being that thief guy. We can see him in the Bomber's Notebook. This is where you can get the title deed to get another piece of heart. I may handle that a couple parts ahead just to get all that out of the way, right? Because beyond the first one in Clocktown, and the one we got for doing the swamp title deed, I don't think I did any more beyond that. Need some arrows here. Need some arrows ASAP. I guess I'm going off to the graveyard. Hold on, let me get my bunny hood, because I don't want to waste too much time with this. There's a lot to do in Ikana. Well, okay. There's not a long list of things to do, but there's a lot to the things you do. Don't laugh because I said doo-doo. Be appropriate now. Just because I forgot to shave today doesn't mean we can all be irresponsible. Alright, yeah, I needed arrows because in order to go further in Ikana here, we have to freeze these Octoroks, just like we were doing within Great Bay Temple. Careful, Link. Ooh, there we are. And once we're across, we get a hook shot from here. So, yeah, all the Great Bay stuff has to be done before you can go any further here. Which is somewhat annoying because we still haven't reached the teleport point of Ikana. So if you want to do any of the other Ikana side quests, like, well, we did a few parts back for the Stone Mask or for any of the stuff underneath the graves, we can't warp. We have to ride over with Epona. But here we go. Finally, after hookshotting up all these trees, we have our teleport point to Ikana. Tingle's up here as well if you hadn't already bought the map, but we already did. So we're covered there. Oh, more arrows, thank you. Oh, alright, I guess I killed a bird. Cool. Yeah, you can see the river here is all dried up, and there's, according to the thief, one family living at this little music box house here, but there's not much they can do since it's water-powered. Whole place just looks miserable, honestly. What do we have here? Ikana Castle Front Gate. Use what you will. The sealed gate shall never open. Yeah, that's solidly sealed shut. There is a side entranceway over here, so you think, oh, I'll just sneak into the castle. Unfortunately, not much we can do here. We can hit this switch and get some light underneath this platform. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing we can do there. Just the intro, the few notes leading up to the music that hits with Akana is so intimidating, honestly. It's this whirring, distorted music that... something about it, I don't know. Speaking of disturbing, we've got Gibdos here. Just like in Ocarina of Time, they're similar to Redeads in this game where they'll stun you and then grab on and do a bunch of damage, so we don't want to get anywhere near them. They're a pretty big problem. Spirit House. We prepared wandering spirits and are waiting for your arrival. Sure, let's check it out here. Ghost Hut. Hi.
Ikana Kingdom was founded on this land, stained with a history of darkness drenched in blood. Even now, it's a place where troubled, regretful spirits gather. If you are seeking the one who is stronger than you are, you may find strength here, from a group of spirits plagued by lingering regrets. If you have faith in your skills and might, then try saving these wandering spirits. But the earthly price you must pay is 30 rupees.
Shit, I forgot money. We gotta go back to Clocktown for some other stuff eventually here. I'll take care of that in a moment, but first things first, I want to explore around here, and it's important to walk around while wearing the Garrow mask that we got from the Gorman brothers. This mask once belonged to someone here in Akana, so some people in particular rooms will recognize us as possibly their old leader. Not in this room, though. This room's a little different. This is just a big pile of graves, real miserable looking. And in here, as we approach... Oh, that is indeed a ceiling.
What business have you in Akana Kingdom, land where only the dead roam?
Oh, it's another ghost composer.
This is no place for one as full of life as you. Or do you say that you wish to join the dead? That is fine. If that is the case, then sleep gently to the melody of darkness that the great composer Sharp shall play, and join the ranks of the dead.
Do we not get a say in this? Ow! Oh god, we're being poisoned. Yeah, it's not great. Sharp is the brother of Flat, who we met in underneath the graveyard in Akana Graveyard before, and Flat, of course, taught us the Song of Storms. I love the symbolism he used as well, about it being his tears and the thunder being his anger.
What's this? This song? No, it can't be. This song...
The ghost disappears, and just like that, water begins to fill the reservoir. And look at that, it's flowing through the river again. The music box is powered up. Look at that water wheel. I bet you could train a Pikachu on that. Hey. Do 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 do. And this music does something to the Gibdos. I don't quite get what this is. Someone in the comments let me know what your thoughts are on this. But yeah, the Gibdos are left limp. Ugh. I don't think they're gonna be okay. Praise the sun? Oh, nope. They're returning to the earth. Well, at least the Gibdos surrounding the little place there are all gone. And with that, the door is unlocked. Alright.
Flat, my dear brother, forgive your foolish brother who dreamt of the revival of the royal family. Me who do not fear the dead. With my brother's song, you have broken the curse that was placed upon me. It is all thanks to you. We dead should not be lingering here in this land. It was all a trick of the masked one who had upset things. If you truly do not fear the dead, I wish for you to go to the temple in this land and sever the root of the evil curse that torments us. To do that, I, the only one who knows the way into the temple, shall direct you to the king. The king's in the ruins of Akana Castle, awaiting the coming of the one who will break the curse.
Aha.
I have made my final request.
So he doesn't give us much more than that. He just tells us we got to go find the king. And he's in the castle, but obviously our one entranceway to the castle is completely blocked off. So it seems like there's not a lot given to us here in terms of direction or what we should do. But that's what this is for. The Garrow mask summons these dudes at random points of Akana. Master, you called. What are you? And suddenly we're challenged to a fight by this random shadow dude. And blocking his shield allows us to get the upper hand. Regrettable. Although my rival, you were spectacular. I shall take my bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. To save the cursed human, his soul must be healed. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of Asgaro. And he disappears. So yeah, you may have noticed a couple points around Ikana here, Tattle giving a little ring, and that is to let us know that there's something weird and eerie about the surrounding area. That's where we can put on the Garrow's mask to then duel one of the Garrow, which then they reveal some more information to help us out, because otherwise it's pretty cryptic what you got to do here in Ikana. Also, this here is the Stray Fairy Fountain for when we need all the stray fairies, and look at that, there's a young girl standing by outside from the well. She's amazed that the river's flowing. We don't want to attract her attention because she's a little on edge right now and a little scared, and frankly I don't blame her, so I'm going to use the good old stone mask to get by. Pardon me. If you don't use a stone mask, or if you don't successfully sneak past her, she'll rush back in and lock the door, so we don't want to do that. I'm just going to come in and check out the music box here. They've got some documents on the Garrow and Gibdos here. Interesting. Ugh! And emerging from the closet comes... oh... a guy just corrupted in some Gibdo form. This mummy looks different. Sort of like it's waiting for its human heart to be healed. Well, do something. Haven't you figured it out yet? Yeah, and... Stop it! Who are you? What are you doing just walking into people's houses like this? Don't. It's me. It's Pamela. And he rushes back into the corner, shaking his head. Get out! Forget everything you've seen here and get out! And she boots us out. So, that's interesting, right? We were told from the thief that there's a young girl and her adult father living in this place here. But it seems he's gone a bit far with his experiments and turned himself into a Gibdo. I don't know. I don't even get me started on how that could have happened. Oh! Master, you called. Oh, another person to give us advice here. Hello? Yeah, we always gotta duel them here. Slice! One good old hit will do the trick. What's his wisdom? The well atop the hill and the well at Ikana Castle's inner garden are one. Belief or disbelief rests with you. Okay, so that is also very important information, because we have no leads in how to get into the castle, but in truth it lies with the well here. Empty well. Entry prohibited due to ghost sightings. If we try going down in the well here, the place is filled with Gibdos we can't get past, so there's nothing we can do there now. Right now, if we want to learn anything about Gibdos, we're going to have to learn it from Mr. Science Man in here. So right now we gotta wait, because eventually Pamela, the young girl, will come out. And so once she does that, we can get back in there. And yeah, as hinted by the Garrow guy and from that bit of dialogue with Tattle and everything, we gotta play the Song of Healing for him to restore him. So, let's go, Link. Oh, I almost bumped into her. I don't think that does anything, because we have the stone mask. She would just be like, oh, weird wind breeze, but... Alright, here we are again with the Gibdo Man. And... Song of Healing, let's go! And after that, he's restored. Look at that. Father? Father! Pamela, what have I been doing this whole time? You haven't been doing anything. You had a bad dream. You were just having a little nightmare. Dang, she's actually kind of being adult about it. How about that? Pamela. And he leaves behind the Gibdo mask. This mask was once the hideous face of Pamela's father. This looks so real that even a Gibdo would mistake you as one of its own. Now, I don't know if this was maybe a last-second change they made or something along those lines, but the Gibdo mask is not a transformation mask like the others here, even though it involved the Song of Healing, and it was a big, important story thing that is required. It's just like any of the other kind of aesthetic masks. I guess it's because all of the other masks are from some lingering spirit. The Zora mask belongs to Mikau's soul, so when we put it on, we inherit his soul in a way. Same with how the Goron mask was for Darmani, and the Deku mask was for someone. Presumably the tree we saw at the beginning of the game, the tutorial, who was just dead and lying there. The Gibdo mask, however, here is just something that happened with the scientist man, but he's alive still. Let them be, don't you get it?
You're so insensitive. Oh, I really should have known by the time you drove me home by the thing that's in your eye. Wait a minute, I already did this in Ocarina of Time. Anyway, yeah, I love seeing such a heartfelt dynamic between those two. It really, in such a dark and depressing corner of the world, that might be the most heartfelt moment we've seen in the game thus far. But coming down to the well here, we have an area under the well, very similar to Ocarina of Time as well. And beneath the well here, we need to be donning the Gibdo mask so that these guys don't just attack us. But speaking with any of them, leave it. Leave it. Leave me something delicious to chomp on. Something that sprouts when watered. Preferably 5 of them. We don't have that. So, and this is admittedly a very halting part of the game that I'm not a huge fan of beneath the well here, because there's a whole bunch of Gibdos around here and they're each going to request something. Like if we try going in this way, you can see from the map it's kind of a maze. Try to go this way, leave it, leave me something blue that bestows health, so he wants a blue potion. We don't have any of those. So yeah, this whole area here, we need to get a whole bunch of different items, magic beans, deku nuts, sticks, some things in bottles. I'm also going to want to buy a powder keg, even though we're not going to need it for this. We'll need it later, and I'm going to want to bring out some rupees for that other ghost thing we saw or elsewhere in Ikana. So for now, let's head back to Clock Town and start just gathering stuff. We got plenty of rupees in the bank, so I'm not worried about being able to afford anything. And this place does provide you with a decent chunk of the items you need. It's just, it feels so lame to just block off items. Of course, we're going to have to end up going back to the swamp to get magic beans, because that's the one place we can get those. A lot of these things we're getting here are items you might expect. Like I just visited a couple of stores and got ourselves bombs and deku nuts, and I also got a powder keg for later on. Some of the things are a bit more unconventional, like we're going to need a fish in a bottle, which the best way to get a fish in a bottle I recommend is there's one here at the Stockpot Inn, so that's nice and easy in Clocktown. It's free. You just, of course, can't come into Stockpot Inn during the nighttime unless you have a key to a room. Used to be a cafeteria, but after my father died, the room rentals that were part of our service became our main focus. We're just a small inn with only 2 rooms, but people from all over come here at this time of year. See the performers practicing outside? The second floor bunk room guests are very spirited at night songs and dancing. The customer coming this afternoon will be staying next door to them, so I hope it'll be alright. There's some interesting stuff going on with the inn here that we'll revisit later on, for sure. Alright, we got 5 magic beans from that guy, that's good. And I think I got everything I need. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I know we'll need, like, sticks. Oh, no, there is something I'm forgetting. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't forget this. We're gonna go over to Milk Road, and go and say hi to the Gorman brothers. We talked with them before, but if you ever talk with them with Epona, that's when they challenge you to the race, and you gotta do all that to get the Garrow Mask, of course. We could talk to them without Epona, and they don't view us as a threat in terms of the horse track. Instead, they're just like, hey, kid, well, I guess you'll see the dialogue here. Hey there, how's it going? Won't you buy some fresh milk? This is just between you and me. That milk they produce down yonder at Romani Ranch is watered down a bit. It's not worth drinking. We don't need to do that kind of thing here. Ours is the real deal. It's always fresh and full of vitamins. It's true. I'll sell it just for you. How about it? 50 rupees will do you for 1 drink. 50 rupees. Oh, shit, I don't even have enough. Hold on, there's rupees just outside here. Damn. Yeah, they jacked that price up. It is not fair at all. But these are the Gorman Bros. What can you expect? Oh, you know what? Shit, I'm not going to have enough money left to do the ghost game if I use it all here. Well, I guess we can go back to Clocktown and get 30 more bucks for the ghost thing. Because we gotta get milk from this guy here. Which, of course, doesn't give us a new bottle. It just fills one of our current bottles with milk. It still works like milk, though, if you need to get health back at any point. It's just pricey. But yeah, I gotta go get 30 more bucks from Clocktown from withdrawing from my account. That's fine. And then we're gonna head back to Ikana, do that little ghost game, and then we're gonna head down in the well and go through that whole trading sequence, which that may take a second. Oh, look, the postman's going around delivering stuff. That's cool. Always nice to see that interconnectivity. I mean, having the thief have his hideout in Ikana is interconnectivity. There's so much of it in this game, and it's so awesome to see. I mean, that's your world building right there. That's so important to the game's structure and story and characters and everything, and immersion. And so I'll always appreciate that about Majora's Mask. If your life energy drops below 3 hearts, I will stop the match. Mercy is the least I can offer. Okay, so we can't get hurt too much in this, otherwise you'll consider the match forfeit. And yeah, this fight works similarly to your typical Poe fights. I like that it's kind of a reference to Ocarina of Time and having the 4 ghosts from the Forest Temple here. They're going to be disappearing and reappearing, but if
If you reappear, you're donezo. Get out of here. I find this is the best and easiest strategy. Just keep your distance, go in first-person mode, and just shoot him. Because with that in mind, they only take a few hits. And, oh god. Oh god. Oh, let's go. The dodges. There's one shot on the blue, one shot on the red. Wait for them to reappear. Bam. Alright, yeah, just keep your distance and then you can just cheese them like this, I guess. We still got 2 minutes left. Then after we do with these two, bam, and bam. There's one ghost left, although this ghost changes the fight up a bit. Oh, where am I going? Alright, purple ghost time. Purple ghost is gonna try and create illusions around us. We gotta find the real one. Wow, I got lucky with that shot. Let's go. Alright, yeah. We can shoot all of them if we need to. Now it's fake. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God, yep. Unlucky that time. Hey, at least we got more arrows. Oh my god, it was the one I ignored and kept going around. Oh god, I can never find the right one. Why am I having so many issues all of a sudden? I'm not gonna have enough time. I'm not gonna have enough time, no! Alright, well that could've gone better. If I get 30 more rupees, we'll give it another shot. That's so disappointing. We used so many arrows. So instead, let's head down here into the bottom of the well and don our Gibdo mask, of course, so these guys don't attack us. Hello there. Leave it, leave it. Leave me something delicious to chomp on that sprouts, probably 5 of them. Yes, that is magic beans. Here you are, my friend. And upon giving them the correct item... Ah! This! I bear you no remorse. And the Gibdo burns away like paper. And carry on to the next room, but you can see this whole place is a big old maze, so we got a lot of different rooms we gotta explore, find exactly where we gotta go. Also, we've got endlessly spawning Deku Babas here to give us a whole bunch of sticks, which we're gonna need for one of these item things here, so we can get sticks this way. This is preferable to buying them, because they're 10 rupees a pop at like the regular old shop in Clocktown. So we're gonna want to gather 5 of these. There we go, that's a decent amount. We can also get water here. Let's go ahead and do that. Yoink! Alright, we got ourselves spring water. So I do like that this dungeon gives you some of the items you'll be needing as you go along. In fact, I'm going to need another bottle at the ready just in case. But alright, we got our 5th stick, and let's carry on up here. We got some more Gibdos who want items. What do you want? Leave it, leave it. Leave me something deliciously fresh. Well, how about some spring water? How'll that do? If you don't have it, I have no need for you. Away. Oh, I guess that wasn't it. There's a wallmaster trying to get me. I can tell from the sound. Get out of here, you. Hey, we got 15 bucks out of that. Maybe we can try it again. The whole ghost thing. Something that makes a blinding flash, preferably 10 of them. Why, that's Deku nuts. Here you go. I bear you no remorse. Alright, that one's out of there. So the guy wants something incredibly fresh. Does he want milk, or does he want, like, fresh spring water, or... I don't remember. I think I want to go this way either way. We might as well just to see what we have down here. And, oh, we got bugs on the ground, little creepy crawlies. So I'm going to snatch one of them up for this whole trade sequence. I'm reminded of Link's Awakening with that whole trade sequence in that game. Except that was across the whole game, whereas this is all just here in the bottom of the well. And I don't love it, but hey, that's just how I feel about it. What does this guy think? Leave it, leave it. Leave me something warm that can melt ice and quench one's thirst. He's talking about hot spring water, like the kind we get from Darmani's grave. We don't have any of that. I don't think we need it, though. Leave it. Leave me 10 refreshing blasts. Refreshing blasts. That's one way to describe bombs, I guess. Bombs? This is to go forward into this room, and there's a whole bunch of spikes surrounding, and seemingly nothing else, until suddenly... a giant Poe appears, just like the one we fought under the grave in the 3rd night. And just like the ones we just fucking fought. Great. Oh god. Get out of the way. Okay, yeah. That one purple ghost gave me such bad luck. I will have to try that again if I get the chance. There we go. And this will allow us to get a big Poe in a jar, which this and under the grave on the 3rd night are the only places you can get a big Poe in a bottle. I don't know why they give you one in the other area. Oh god, what's going on with the lighting? Alright. Yeah, through the maze, we need to go to that area to get the big Poe in a bottle, because that's the one place to get it. Does this guy want milk? No? Something deliciously fresh. What the hell is he talking about again? It's not spring water. Is it a fish? A fish. Oh, it's a fish? That's fresh? I mean, raw and wriggling, I guess. Leave me a ghost, a big one at that. Why, he's of course referring to Big Poe. Here you are, my friend. Ah, this, I bear no remorse. Alright, he gets out of the way. So the Big Poe is the big thing we gotta get there. What does the guy this way want? Just to check real quick. Something small and creepy. We got bugs, we might as well see what's behind him here. Because what does this lead to? Just a one-off room? Looks like it. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't need fire arrows for this. There are times in this game when I greatly do miss Din's fire. Aha! Like those torches gets us. I think this is just money here. Which, I mean, if we got money now, we can go do the ghost game again. How much is this? 50 bucks. That'll do it. I might as well go back and do it. Because this whole under the well thing is just a series of rooms, right? There's a couple obstacles here and there, just to, I guess, spice it up a little bit, right? But otherwise, there's nothing of real danger going on here. Because mostly they're trying to emphasize the item trading quest, so any of these rooms with Gibdos can't be too dangerous, of course. But, alright, let's give that room with the ghost another shot here. Attempt 2, and you know what? If it goes wrong, we have enough money at this point, we can do a third attempt. Of course, we don't want to lose too much health along the way, but hopefully that won't be an issue. Last time it was just not being able to find the right fucking purple ghost. Oh my god, what the fuck? My arrows. Did you guys see that? He was like, what? Where am I going? I'm dodging arrows. That was Matrix. Alright, 90 seconds to deal with this fucking ghost. Come on. Oh my god, why can I never find the right one? There we go. I think, you know what? I shouldn't be going in first person, because I bet if I stay in third person, I can see the little twirl difference. Do you know which one's different? Yeah. That's my bad. I was just being a dumbass with that. And I think that's how it worked in Ocarina of Time, too, when you fought the one that had, like, the illusion dudes. Was that there was a different spin. I didn't see the spin this time. I think it was that one, though. Yeah, we got 50 seconds. There we go. That's all I had to do, and we had 40 seconds to spare. I don't know why that was so challenging for me. Well, anyway, doing the little ghost house there, their souls have been healed to give you the earthly possession, and we get a piece of heart for it. So, that's our first of 4 here. We're not even close to getting another one, but, hey, it's a start. And if you're going for 100% completion, you want to get every piece of heart, there you go. Anyway, let's head back through the well here. All the Gibdos stay gone once you remove them once during a cycle. We're gonna go back to the door where the guy asked for the Big Poe. This place also requires a lot of bottles. If you didn't do the Ikana Graveyard quest, well, I mean, first of all, you need to do at least part of the Ikana Graveyard quest to get the Song of Storms and progress through. But otherwise, yeah, you'd have to do it here. And oh shit, I didn't equip the Gibdo mask. There we go. Hi. What do you want? Leave me something rich in calcium. Oh yeah, milk. We still hadn't given one of the milk. If you didn't get milk from the... If you don't want to get milk from the Gorman Rose, you can get it down here. I believe there's a path that leads to a cow. You play the Cowapona song, and then they give you some milk. But it's fine. It's good to know, just though, that the lower area provides you plenty of those items you need. Lighting all these torches out here gets us a big golden chest here. It's time for a special reward. Check it out. The mirror shield. You can reflect certain kinds of light. Okay, in the previous game, the mirror shield just had like some Islamic symbol on it. It looked pretty cool. In this game, it's a screaming face of agony. Well, okay, in the last game, it was an Islamic symbol, and then they changed it in the re-releases, which is what you saw in the Let's Play if you watched my own series. But anyway, yeah, the mirror shield's a returning item. It's just on our back now, but it allows us to shine light all around, which is used to get these blocks with the sun on them out of the way, and of course to shine light into the suns on the wall. A very similar mechanic to Ocarina of Time, but they're able to do a bit more with it here than I feel like they were in the Spirit Temple. There we are. I mean, well, part of that comes from the fact that we get it before we head into the temple of the area, and we can exit the well. And we exit the well in the castle side of the well, like that one Garo masked guy said. The well connects to beneath the castle and the rest of Ikana Hill. So, that's our way in. We could also create ourselves a bit of a shortcut. I love this cutscene just revealing the castle here with the music. Oh, ancient castle of Ikana. And the music kicks in, it's intense. Although this is not the dungeon of Ikana, this is just a place we're visiting that's, I guess, part of it. A lot of the music throughout Ikana and multiple parts of it are some of my favorite music tracks in the game, period. I suppose I don't need the Gibdo mask right here. But if we put on the Garo mask, I can't see it, but I sense the thirst for blood looming all around us. This game mentions blood a lot, considering they censored it in Ocarina of Time to green blood at certain points. They don't shy away from it here, do they? And... get back! Alright, what's this guy's advice? A hole can be opened to the ceiling of a particular room in Akana Castle, but it cannot be broken without an explosive with incredible might. Belief or disbelief rests with you. So that is incredibly important advice right there. If you didn't already know about this, then that's when you'd be like, okay, time to go back, get ourselves a powder keg, and then come back, because you're going to need it. I am going to teleport anyways, because I want to create ourselves a bit of a shortcut outside Akana, using the new mirror shield we have acquired. There's technically no reason for us to do this, but I guess there's no reason to not do this either, except for time? I don't know. We should be fine. Oh! We haven't fought this one before. This is like one of the first ones. We'll see if his advice is outdated at this point from what we've already been doing. What do you got, my friend? Most of that which the Gibdos regret can be found inside the well itself. Oh, interesting. Okay. By the way, the fact that we get the mirror shield now, there's no way to go back to the previous Hylian shield. At least, I don't think so. There's no reason to do so, period. I mean, there's no way to go back to the Kokiri sword or Razor sword either before, which we barely even used the Razor sword, right? That was just kind of a temporary in-between thing. But yeah, this is how we can use the mirror shield to give us a shortcut into the castle. So that way, if we ever want to... If we want to do it now, like warp, reset, and do all the rest of this in one more cycle, we could... But we're still only in the first day, so I think we'll be fine. Head on inside, and oh boy, I've got Redeads. Better throw on the Gibdo mask to make them dance. How graceful. I feel bad for killing them, but it does get us a lot of money, so I might as well. Sorry, guys. We can't go forward because there's a big sunblock in the way, but we can go to the two rooms on the side. Or at least we can once we use fire arrows to unleash these eyes. And those open up the bars on each respective side. There we are. I always recommend keeping the Gibdo mask on in this area when you're human Link. Over here, actually, we're going to be changing over to Deku Link. They're bringing it back. They're getting more use out of it. What can I say? But yeah, you never know when you're going to encounter some Redeads or some Gibdo, right? And that's your only way of dealing with them there. This area, we've got a ceiling that's timed with how long it stays up. But luckily, jumping out of the flowers pops it all the way up. So that's an easy way to get out of your way. And using this flower, we can go up here and activate this button. It's here highlighted more than ever that the Deku form of Link cannot activate the switches because he doesn't weigh enough. So you got to be human form or any other form of Link. Alright, there we go. We can head through this door now. We're going to need Deku Link some more here. They're getting, like I said, more use out of it. Although first I want to just snipe all these assholes out of here. Time to fly over to this button here. Yeah, poor Deku Link, just not heavy enough. There we go. Alright, door at the end of the hall is open. It would seem like we're trapped here since we flowered our way over here. I think we technically can roll back. But what we're intended to do here is the good old lens of truth to reveal a platform. There we are. And you stay out of this. Alright, there we go. Got those out of the way. We're going to have to deal a lot with those explosive mine spike things, unfortunately. And up here, there we go. There's a few ways you can navigate around that room to make your way up. Either way, once we get up here, gotta deal with these bubbles. Don't want these guys to hit us, because if they do, they deactivate our sword, just like classic Zelda. Heading up these stairs, we're on the outside of the upper floor in the castle now. And it would seem like there's not much we can do. Yeah, and then, but we have another Garo mask bit here. These guys always give us some good advice, so I might as well see what they got to say here. Hello? There you are. Oh shit, he rolled up behind us. This man was ready. There we go. Well, he comes at us with the two swords like he's Scissorman from Clock Tower. We played that game back in the day. Y'all remember that? Oh, man. To counter the rage of the king of Akana Castle, burn away that which disrupts the light and shine the sacred rays in the king. Belief or disbelief rests with you. That is also important advice. Good to know. We can come around this way, and there's another Deku flower over here. Careful, Link. So much lore with everything surrounding Akana. Like, what is the deal with this king, this royal family, this a curse that's been placed upon it, everyone, the dead aren't resting, all this stuff. I don't know, it makes me want to know more about it. Coming out here with the Deku form, we're able to activate that button, which just moves a rock out of the way on a separate path, so we'll have to come back to that separate path in a moment. What we can do in the meantime is head back up to where we came from, and I do want to do that for a pretty easy piece of heart over this way. It's like the most use we've gotten out of Deku Link in a hot minute. And right here. We can activate that. Get those Deku Flower platforms revealed. Jump over. Ooh, alright, we got it. We gotta fly over to get to that piece of heart over there. I don't like we're transitioning into the first night as I'm trying to do this, because it's tricky platforming. You fuck up, you fall down, you gotta get back in there. We got ourselves that piece of heart. I mean, I say that, but we gotta go down anyways. There's no way back with the fire there, after all. But this is okay, and I like that they designed the piece of heart around this. They know that you gotta do a bit of backtracking here, because now we're gonna head back in. I gotta get my Gibdo mask, I almost forgot, for the redeads here. And we're gonna be going the opposite direction here. Where, oh, pardon me, Mr. Gibdo, I'm sorry, I hate to do this to you. Alright, yeah, we're gonna be going the opposite direction, activating that and opening up this door over here. We have to do it specifically in that order, left first and then right. Either way, we can go through here and use our good old mirror shield, which you can see is rather effective against floor masters here. And also gets that block out of the way. These guys look like they're backstroking or doing some sort of swimming maneuver. I don't quite get that. My favorite thing, though, has to be the Cossack this guy is doing here. Who knew redeads were such good dancers? Oh my god, of course we gotta do with this fucker again. Has this guy just not learned his lesson? I don't know. Well, get your good old trusty bow out, because it's the same old fight we've been doing over and over again, where we've got 2 phases. First phase is teleporting around, you just gotta shoot him after he becomes whole. And then second phase is gonna have the shadow clones. I don't know why they make you do this fight so many times. I guess it's just padding or something. There we go. Oh shit. Both got to hit each other there. There we go. All that's to get through this door. We don't even get a chest or anything out of it with like some rupees. It's just like, I guess throw that fight in again, right? We gotta put something in that room. Alright, coming up here. We're on the opposite side of where we did all that. You could see the whole sunlight being revealed here is what allowed us to get through on that other pathway by blasting the sun into the sun block that was in the way in that room with the floor master. That's why you have to do the left path first. Then you go on the right path here where we have a connection to the center area, and we got to use a powder keg right here. It's a lot. It's fairly obscure. This is stuff that you probably wouldn't get on your first Let's Play. I might have had to look this up when I first played this, because again, I didn't play this game when it first came out. I played it years after the fact. So I'm fully admitting, I probably had to look up quite a few things while I was first exploring Ikana here. Hold on, get that mask back on. But luckily getting our... Oh god, the mirror shield kills them too. Jesus. We're about to max out our wallet, and this thing holds 500 goddamn rupees. Well, anyway, yeah, that way we get sunlight in the central room. It can carry on through the central path, getting that sunblock out of the way. Oh, we got some magic, that's good. I'm gonna want to equip fire arrows. Opening up the door. It seems like there's no one in here until... Oh, insolent one who has brought the unthinkable into a land such as Ikana. My servants have fallen namelessly before the light that guides you. However, the darkness in which my servants live is, after all, fleeting. You shall see with your own eyes just what kind of thing true darkness really is. Alright, so now we've got to fight his servants here, which these guys, it's your typical kind of Stalfos-esque fight where they'll attack you, they have their shield to defend them. One tricky thing with this, and this is almost kind of a Link to the Past reference. Oh god! One tricky thing with this is that when we knock them down, they are not dead. Which kind of reminds me of Link to the Past. I would use, I think, bombs in that game, right? Oh god, okay, I'm gonna use... Get rid of the Gibdo mask. I'm gonna use the bunny hood to try and run away from them faster so I can get myself to a vantage point. So what we want to do is take out these curtains up here with fire arrows. There we go. The king's expression like, oh shit. Get away. Oh god, how are they following me so quickly? I got the bunny hood on. There we go. Alright, we got both of the windows open. And in doing that, we can either use the mirror shield here to stun them, like so, which allows us to get an easy free hit on them. Otherwise, of course, we're going to need it for taking them out once they're fully knocked down. There we go. So he's knocked on the floor there. And get the mirror shield out. Don't target that guy. There we go. That exercises him pretty much. They do have protective shields to block from the sun rays, so we can't just hit him directly with it. There we go. And bam, that guy's out of here. Well, it's time for the king. Alright, you're next, my friend. King works similarly to the other two. He's a bit more challenging, he has a bit more up his sleeve than your typical Stalfos fight. Oh god. There we go. Another hit in. What I'm really looking out for is when he detaches his head. Oh god, the breath is rough too. Bam! Oh snap. Yo, let's go! We didn't have to deal with the detached head attack. It's a rough attack too. He becomes like invulnerable. But alright. We got these two goons. You're blocking me! Get out of the way! I can still get him!
Blocking you? The reason he beat us is because you're so feeble. Don't blame this on me.
What? Just try saying that again to my bony face.
Feeble. Feeble, 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 feeble.
Oh, okay, he says a lot there.
Shut up already! Don't look at me. I was once called the best swordsman in all of Ikana.
The greatest swordsman in all of Ikana. You? Feeble.
Draw your weapon.
Huh?
I'm telling you to draw your sword.
How?
Will you stop? What fools! Haven't you begun to understand? The kingdom being ruined and us left in this state. Isn't it petty little battles like this that have caused it?
Oh, the dudes just leave. They don't even say anything.
Believing in your friends and embracing that belief by forgiving failure. These feelings here vanished from our hearts. It all happened after somebody thrust open the doors of that stone tower. You will bring light into darkness. I am the king of Ikana Kingdom, Egos du Ikana. The spellbinding that had been cast upon us was broken by that light which you carry. To return true light to this land, you must seal the doors of Stone Tower where the winds of darkness blow through. But Stone Tower is an impenetrable stronghold. Hundreds of soldiers from my kingdom would not be able to topple it. It is far too reckless for one to take on such a challenge. And so, I grant you a soldier who has no heart. One who would not falter in the darkness. You shall remember this song.
And we learn a new song here, which I believe this is the last song we need to learn in the game. This is the Elegy of Emptiness. Oh. It leaves Link feeling dazed. And leaves behind some sort of statue. Ugh, look at that face. Learn the Elegy of Emptiness. It's a mystical song that allows you to shed a shell shaped in your current image. By playing the song while wearing masks to assume different forms, you'll be able to leave up to 4 empty shells, one for each form.
This soldier who has no heart is your twin image, a shell of yourself that you will shed when your song commands it.
Creepy.
On my kingdom, shine the light of justice.
Yeah. This statue here, this creepy face, was the subject of an old creepypasta, as it was called. A rumor in the old days of gaming. There was like a corrupted version of Majora's Mask someone got shopping somewhere. It's a whole creepypasta called Ben Drowned. If you want to look more into it, hey, it's pretty interesting, although of course it's completely false. And in obtaining the Elegy of Emptiness, we can go to a place in Ikana we haven't gone thus far. We can go now. It's just about the last corner of Ikana. This corner. This is where I want to go next. Coming up here, we've reached Stone Tower. And oh man, Stone Tower's music. Just this off-putting, eerie feeling it gives off as you listen to it. It's like, oh, this is a little creepy. But this flute coming through, or a recorder, or ocarina, or whatever, it like drives forward determination and hope. And it gives the image of Link charging into Stone Tower by himself, but not quite by himself, because we have, of course, our shadow clones playing the Elegy of Emptiness, which means we have to play the Elegy of Emptiness a lot, because we're going to need to use it every time we use one of these platforms here. You can see it's no good there, as that just pushes that block slightly to the side. That doesn't help us out at all. We got to push these buttons in a particular order here. So we got another button up this way. What does this one do? That one moves up a block successfully. Great. Let's leave an image here, which is why I highly recommend memorizing the Elegy of Emptiness, because you got to play it a lot. You'll memorize it one way or the other. And it's why it's not one of my favorite songs of all the Ocarina songs you learn, because you have to play it so much, it becomes repetitive and kind of annoying. I still think it's a great melody, truly. It's kind of inspiring. The Elegy of Emptiness, and you leave behind this shell. It's this husk of a song then, right? It kind of has that spooky feeling there. Oh shit, okay. I think I want to hit this one next. Of course, if we're going to leave behind a husk on each of these platforms and leave the husk there without making it go away, we'll have to do one with each of our transformation forms, which they say you get 4. You might as well only get 3, because the Deku one is not heavy enough to hold down a platform, so it's pretty much no good in this area. I'm going to take off the bunny hood, and we'll use the Goron one here. The Goron one here is actually heavier than the rest, so that'll come up later on next part, but for now, it's all just fodder to carry us forward. It's okay, we got one there. We gotta go down again and get one here, and this time we'll leave an image of Azora. I'm glad at least it's one of the shorter songs and that it doesn't involve any A pushes. It's all just pure directions. Some of these statues leave behind are creepy. Of course, the one of Link that inspired the bend around thing is pretty creepy, but the one of Macau here honestly gets to me as well. Something about him... What the fuck was that? What the fuck happened to me there? Okay, I guess I gotta do the puzzle again because I just disappeared randomly. What the fuck? That was weird. Alright, well, let's just do it again, I guess. I mentioned the well was not a super fun part of the game because that's just a lot of items you gotta run around and grab. The build up to Stone Tower Temple here is also not a super great part of the game in my opinion because it's a lot of just playing the song over and over again. And the puzzles are clever, don't get me wrong, but it's monotonous either way. I don't think any other puzzle in Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask used a song this many times, and for that very reason, this has to stand out as just not the most fun. I like some of the puzzles they're going for throughout Ikana Castle and all these other places, because not only they're super character-driven and super emotional and incredible, incredible moments of storytelling and gaming, but also you got all the transformation masks up to this point, practically, right? So they're able to utilize all the different transformations in various puzzles, like we were seeing with the Deku form before, or having to use a powder keg before with the Goron form, right? There's lots of things being utilized here in Ikana that I really do like, and I want to give it credit for all that stuff. But I think of all the areas in Majora's Mask, it also might be home to the most sour spots of any part of the game. And really, it's not many sour spots. Like I said, this is what I consider possibly my favorite game of all time. So it's just this part, and then, in my mind, it's just the well, and then this part. But it's still enough to leave a bit of a sore taste in my mind. This part here, much like the previous one, just involves finding 3 buttons, finding the order to hit them in, and then seeing like how that can help us with the platforms. That one we gotta hit last, I believe. Yeah. What about this one in the center? That's our first right there. Alright. Oh, and of course, leaving behind statues takes away the other one that was there. So you can only do one of each form. We took away the Goron one that was down there before and putting a Goron form there, and we'll take away this Zora one now. So of course you can only have one of each form out at a time, and you gotta plan out exactly which one's going where. Alright, all of our platforms are here standing before us. Let's leave another statue on this button. This is where it gets a bit more complicated than the previous area, where here, we basically need to unactivate all of our statues that we just put down to put all these boxes in front of us back in their original place so they can send us over there. So I'm going to roll across to this third one, and then basically we're going to deactivate all of these one at a time. I guess starting with our own platform? Yeah, we can do that. Because again, putting the statue here removes it from the button it's on, so that moves us back up here. The camera gets a little confused by that action, but it works. Alright. There we go, middle platform's back. And then we just need Goron statue off there. Oh, hold on. That's the other thing, is that you gotta manage your inventory, because you can only hold 3 things at a time. One of them's presumably hookshot, so you can get around, and the other's presumably ocarina, so you can even play the Elegy of Emptiness. So then you're just left with the one other item slot, which you're gonna be using to switch between the different mask forms, either Goron or Zora. So again, I can nitpick this area to death, but instead of doing that, let's just carry on, because we're almost out of here. It's luckily not that long of a sequence. To get these statues up here, it allows us to travel up this way. Hookshot up here. Oh, watch out for these rolling rocks. I feel like I'm in Mario 64. Aha! This is what I'm happy to see right here. Our owl transfer spot. And so now with activating the owl statue atop Stone Tower here, now is the time, if you feel you've spent too much time doing the quests in Ikana because they're a bit cryptic, and so you're on like the second day, or God forbid the second night, I don't think you can do the whole dungeon in just that amount of time, especially if you want to get all the stray fairies. So I would reset here if I were you, unless we're on the first night at 10. There's still a decent chunk of the first night left, so I think we're going to be okay. I'm hoping we're going to be okay, but it cuts close, honestly, with Stone Tower, because this dungeon's not easy. But let's head in now, which, of course, to start out, gotta do another one of these block puzzles, baby. Here's our first one. Let's do that with Goron Link. This one's pretty simple compared to the last one. You just gotta put these down in the right order, and there's trial and error, right? You push the buttons initially just to see where they go and what they do. So, for example, this one here. Okay, that's our second platform. So let's get a Zora form and put a statue here. Luckily, this is the most monotonous I think the Elegy of Emptiness gets, because otherwise it's not as... Because otherwise it's used a bit more sparingly here and there. With that in mind, our platforms are lined up. We can make one more statue of a creepy bent round form, as I refer to it, and as many people refer to it. You'll notice in moving these platforms out of the way, there's a weird red jeweled brooch left behind in front of the stone tower entranceway here, just beneath this block. We'll get to that later, but for now, let's head in to the dungeon.